This one is heartbreaking. Fans are once again in shock because Chrisean Rock has let down baby Junior at the very moment that should have been filled with love, laughter, and celebration. His birthday. What should have been a day about balloons, cake, and happy memories has instead turned into another painful chapter in JR's young life. Witnesses close to the situation claimed there was no organized party, no decorations, not even the smallest effort to make Junior feel special on his big day. Photos allegedly circulating online show the little boy looking lost and confused while Chrisean partied elsewhere, leaving fans furious and devastated for him. CPS has already been tagged in thousands of posts, with supporters demanding immediate intervention to protect baby Junior from further disappointment and neglect. The internet is exploding with one heartbreaking question: how many more times does this child have to suffer before someone steps in? But here's the shocking twist: insiders are whispering that there was supposed to be a party. But it fell apart after Chrisean got into a heated fight with her inner circle just hours before. The result? A child left in tears while the adults around him spiraled into chaos. This isn't just about a missed birthday, it's about a repeated cycle of broken promises, instability, and pain that fans say baby Junior doesn't deserve. And the cries for help are only getting louder. The question everyone's asking now: will CPS finally act? Or will Junior be left to face more heartbreak as the cameras keep rolling? To understand why baby JR's birthday turned into a disaster once again, we need to go back and unpack the chaotic environment surrounding Chrisean Rock. For years, fans have watched her life spiral in a pattern of drama, conflicts, and controversy, but few expected her personal chaos to affect baby Junior so directly. According to insiders, Chrisean has been struggling to balance her career, public image, and personal obligations, and unfortunately, her child has often borne the brunt of that instability. It's not the first time Junior has been caught in the crossfire. Past birthdays reportedly involved last-minute cancellations, missing gifts, and failed promises. Fans have flooded social media with screenshots of posts where Chrisean seemed to celebrate herself while JR's presence was almost an afterthought. Some sources claim that even her close friends have privately expressed frustration, saying that Chrisean's priorities often leave Junior neglected in moments that matter most. Leading up to this latest birthday, rumors began circulating that Chrisean had promised Junior a party unlike any other. Invitations were supposedly sent to family members, plans were allegedly made for games, cake, and a few surprises. But the night before the celebration, insiders claim Chrisean became embroiled in an explosive argument with her inner circle. Conflicting accounts suggest the disagreement was about financial mismanagement, party logistics, or even disputes over who would appear on social media. The result? Complete cancellation of the event, leaving Junior blindsided and heartbroken. Fans were quick to react. Social media lit up with outrage and disbelief. Videos and images purportedly from the day show Junior sitting quietly, holding a small balloon, while adults around him seemed distracted or indifferent. Many commenters expressed that this situation wasn't just a birthday letdown, but part of a disturbing pattern of neglect. The calls for accountability grew louder, with thousands pleading for intervention from Child Protective Services (CPS). And it doesn't stop at social media. According to insiders, Chrisean's unstable behavior has impacted not only JR's birthdays, but also daily routines. Reports suggest inconsistent school attendance, missed doctor appointments, and exposure to volatile arguments in her household. Fans have started connecting the dots, claiming that these repeated incidents may be causing long-term emotional distress for Junior, who has little power to change his circumstances, adding fuel to the fire. Other figures in the public eye have chimed in. Some celebrities and former associates of Chrisean have voiced shock and disappointment, warning that repeated failures like this could have consequences. One anonymous source close to the family allegedly revealed that Junior has confided in relatives, expressing sadness and confusion over why his special day keeps being ruined. The emotional weight of this situation is palpable online. Hashtags such as #HelpBabyJR, Hashtag CPS intervene. And hashtag Chrisean neglect trended within hours, showing just how invested fans are in JR's well-being. Comment sections are flooded with theories, alleged insider leaks, and cries for someone to step in. People are debating whether this is simply a momentary lapse in judgment or indicative of a larger pattern that could require legal action. And here's where it gets more intense. Insiders hint that there were also promises of social media exposure that Junior would have had on his birthday photos, live videos, and shouts-outs, but Chrisean allegedly prioritized her own content and promotions instead. The resulting disappointment is sparking anger not just online, but within JR's extended family, some of whom are reportedly threatening to involve authorities if these incidents continue. This brings us to a critical point. The situation isn't just about one failed birthday. It's about a recurring pattern of emotional neglect, instability, and broken promises. Fans and insiders alike are watching closely, waiting for a turning point. While Baby Junior continues to navigate moments that should be joyful, but instead leave him heartbroken. The question now hanging over this drama is intense. Will Chrisean finally recognize the impact of her actions? Or is Baby Junior set to experience yet another birthday disappointment that could escalate the calls for CPS intervention? What comes next will determine whether this pattern continues or whether fans and authorities step in to finally protect the child. The morning of Baby JR's birthday was supposed to be filled with excitement, decorations, and the laughter of a child finally feeling celebrated. But instead, it turned into a scene of chaos and heartbreak that fans are still talking about. According to multiple insider reports, Chrisean Rock had promised Junior a birthday unlike any other. Balloons, cake, games, and a few surprise guests were allegedly planned, but what actually unfolded was catastrophic. Sources claim that the day began with confusion. Chrisean was reportedly busy filming content for social media, completely neglecting JR's excitement. One witness alleges that the child waited for hours in front of the door for friends and family who never arrived, holding a small, sad balloon as the minutes stretched painfully. Videos that allegedly leaked online show Junior sitting quietly on a couch, glancing around with visible disappointment, while Chrisean is seen laughing and dancing in the background for her own videos. The first shocking twist came when it became clear the party was falling apart hours before it was supposed to start. Insider leaks claim that Chrisean had a huge argument with her inner circle over party planning, financial disputes, disagreements over guest lists, and even accusations of sabotage. Some sources suggest that tempers flared so violently that adults stormed off, leaving the birthday celebrations in total disarray. Fans online were horrified, posting screenshots and clips claiming this isn't a birthday, it's emotional abuse. And just when fans thought it couldn't get worse, leaked messages allegedly revealed a darker layer. According to these leaks, Chrisean had privately mocked the situation in group chats, laughing about how he'll forget by next year while posting a separate birthday video to her followers. This revelation intensified outrage, with people claiming it was more than neglect, it was emotional cruelty. A pattern that appeared to be repeating itself year after year. But the twists kept coming. Some insiders hinted that there were even deeper conflicts at play. Allegedly, Chrisean's ex-partners and extended family were arguing fiercely behind the scenes over who should be responsible for JR's care during these events. One insider claimed that the argument escalated to threats of legal action, suggesting that the situation was teetering on the edge of CPS intervention even before social media erupted. The emotional fallout for Junior was visible. Videos purportedly show him retreating to his room, clutching a small toy, trying to find comfort amid a birthday that had turned into chaos. Fans online were horrified, describing the scenes as tragic and unacceptable, while others began calling for petitions in public awareness campaigns to ensure JR's well-being, adding fuel to the fire. Celebrity voices began joining the conversation. Some expressed heartbreak over repeated patterns of neglect, while others openly called for authorities to intervene. The narrative wasn't just about a failed birthday anymore; it had become a cultural conversation about accountability, parenting in the public eye, and the responsibilities of celebrities toward their children. And just when the story seemed at its darkest, a shocking leak allegedly revealed that the cancellation and chaos might have been preventable. Sources claim that Chrisean had access to resources, family support, and even hired help that could have ensured a proper celebration, but her priorities allegedly favored content creation, social media clout, and personal drama over JR's happiness. The situation spiraled further when fans started connecting this event to a recurring pattern of broken promises in JR's life. Past birthdays, holidays, and even everyday experiences reportedly showed this same neglect, prompting thousands to demand action. CPS was tagged relentlessly across social platforms, with cries for protection growing louder by the hour. By the end of the day, what was supposed to be a joyful celebration had transformed into a nationwide scandal, igniting outrage, debate, and demands for immediate accountability. The first major conflict had erupted: Chrisean Rock versus the well-being of baby Junior, played out publicly and painfully in real time. And here's the first shocking twist fans are still talking about. Insiders suggest that this failed birthday was not just an isolated incident. It may have been the catalyst for a much larger, ongoing investigation into JR's living conditions, with authorities allegedly already reviewing evidence collected from social media, leaked messages, and eyewitness reports. The stakes have never been higher. Baby JR's happiness, safety, and future are now the center of a storm that could have serious consequences for Chrisean Rock. And the question everyone is asking is, will she finally change? Or is this pattern of heartbreak just the beginning of a much darker story? The drama is far from over, and the next chapter promises even more shocking revelations that fans say could redefine everything we thought we knew about Chrisean Rock and her responsibilities as a mother. The aftermath of baby JR's failed birthday rapidly escalated, beyond what anyone could have predicted. Fans weren't just upset, they were enraged. Social media lit up with a firestorm of outrage, screenshots, videos, and alleged insider leaks that painted an even darker picture of Chrisean Rock's repeated failures as a mother. Within hours, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok were flooded with clips showing JR's disappointment, juxtaposed against Chrisean's preoccupation with filming content for her channels. The contrast was heartbreaking, and fans called it emotional negligence in real time. One viral clip allegedly shows Junior holding a small, lonely cake while adults in the room ignore him completely. The caption: "He deserves so much better." By the afternoon, hashtags like #HelpBabyJunior, #CPS intervene, and #ChrisEan neglect were trending worldwide, catching the attention of mainstream media. And the leaks didn't stop there. According to multiple sources close to the situation, Chrisean had previously promised Junior not only a party, but special gifts, personalized decorations, and even a surprise meet-and-greet with one of his favorite celebrities. Yet insiders claim that these plans were canceled abruptly following a confrontation with her inner circle, leaving Junior blindsided and heartbroken. One insider allegedly revealed a series of messages from Chrisean to her friends, laughing about how dramatic the kid gets over birthdays, which fans interpreted as callous and cruel. As the controversy swirled, former associates of Chrisean began speaking out. Some claim that this wasn't an isolated event, but part of a recurring pattern of broken promises and public neglect. A former friend allegedly leaked that Chrisean has repeatedly prioritized social media content, personal drama, and career projects over JR's emotional well-being. This sparked even more outrage, with fans demanding intervention and questioning whether authorities should step in. The escalation took another shocking turn when social media accounts linked to Chrisean began deleting old posts, untagging herself from previous birthday celebrations, and scrubbing content that could reflect poorly on her parenting. Fans immediately interpreted this as damage control, claiming it proved she knew the backlash would be intense. Others speculated that Chrisean's team might be trying to cover up a much larger pattern of neglect that could have serious legal implications. And then, an alleged insider dropped a bombshell. They claimed that Chrisean had intentionally avoided celebrating JR's birthday in order to film a separate, highly monetized social media campaign. According to these leaks, the videos in question were posted hours after the birthday event, showcasing Chrisean enjoying herself while JR's special day went unacknowledged. Fans were livid, describing this as turning her child's pain into content. The outrage was so widespread that even mainstream celebrity news outlets began covering the story, labeling it a public parenting scandal. The emotional intensity skyrocketed when extended family members allegedly began speaking out anonymously. They reportedly confirmed that Junior had expressed confusion and sadness over repeated disappointments. And some hinted at the possibility of legal action if the neglect continued. These insider claims added another layer of suspense, suggesting that this failed birthday could trigger serious consequences for Chrisean, both personally and professionally. The shocking twist didn't end there. Some online sleuths claim to have uncovered evidence that this incident was part of a recurring cycle of neglect around key milestones in JR's life. Past birthdays, holidays, and even ordinary events were allegedly mishandled, leaving Junior repeatedly disappointed. Screenshots circulated of past conversations where Chrisean supposedly promised celebrations that never materialized. Fans began framing this as not just emotional neglect, but a systemic issue that might warrant official intervention. As the scandal continued to escalate, calls for CPS involvement intensified. Thousands of fans shared posts tagging authorities, pleading for immediate protection for baby Junior. Videos of JR's sadness were juxtaposed against Chrisean's apparent indifference, amplifying public outrage. Many commenters argued that repeated failures in emotional care could have long-term psychological effects on Junior, increasing the urgency for action. And just when it seemed like the story couldn't get any more shocking, insiders revealed another twist. Allegedly, Chrisean had been warned in advance by family members and friends that JR's birthday plans were critical for his emotional well-being. Yet she allegedly dismissed these warnings, claiming that the content needed to go out and he'll get over it. This revelation only fueled fan anger, framing Chrisean's behavior as a deliberate choice rather than an oversight. By the end of the day, what was supposed to be a joyful celebration had spiraled into a full-blown social media war, with fans demanding accountability, CPS intervention, and justice for baby Junior. The escalation had transformed the incident from a single birthday disappointment into a national scandal, highlighting the complexities of parenting under the public eye and the consequences of repeated neglect. And here's the cliffhanger that leaves fans desperate for answers. Insiders suggest that authorities may already be reviewing the situation, and Chrisean could soon face serious scrutiny. But will she respond? Will she attempt to salvage her relationship with Junior, or is this the beginning of an even darker chapter for the child? The next part promises revelations that could shift the entire narrative. Stay tuned, because the story of Chrisean Rock and baby Junior is far from over. The public reaction to baby JR's ruined birthday was immediate, relentless, and intensely emotional. Social media users didn't just voice frustration, they exploded with outrage, flooding Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and Reddit with clips, screenshots, and commentary condemning Chrisean Rock's apparent neglect. Fans were shocked, heartbroken, and furious that a child's special day had turned into a spectacle of disappointment and chaos. On Twitter, thousands of posts trended within hours. Hashtags like #HelpBabyJR, #CPS Intervene, #Chrisean Neglect, and #BirthdayFail became viral. One tweet that quickly went viral read, "He deserves love, happiness, and care, not a failed birthday while she films herself dancing. CPS, please step in." Fans shared alleged photos and videos of Junior holding a lonely balloon, looking lost amid a room of distracted adults, amplifying the outrage. The comment sections became battlegrounds, with fans debating whether this was simple oversight, habitual neglect, or something more serious. TikTok was equally explosive. Multiple viral videos recreated the failed birthday moments, combining clips of JR's disappointment with juxtaposed images of Chrisean's online content. Viewers were devastated and in disbelief, commenting things like, "This isn't entertainment. This is abuse." One particularly heartbreaking clip allegedly showed Junior sitting quietly, staring at an untouched birthday cake while adults around him focused on phones and cameras. By the next morning, the video had racked up millions of views and tens of thousands of comments. Demanding accountability, celebrity voices began entering the fray. Some expressed shock and sorrow over JR's situation, while others openly criticized Chrisean. Sources claim that a few of Chrisean's peers reached out privately, warning her about the public perception and potential consequences of her repeated failures. Yet, according to insiders, Chrisean remained largely unresponsive, focusing instead on social media and personal projects. News outlets quickly picked up the story. Online publications framed it as a larger parenting scandal, exploring the impact of repeated neglect on children in high-profile households. Some reports compared JR's experiences to patterns of emotional neglect seen in other celebrity situations, fueling the narrative that this wasn't an isolated incident but a recurring problem. Fans also began mobilizing outside of social media. Petitions asking CPS to intervene circulated widely, with thousands of signatures pouring in within hours. Community organizations specializing in child welfare reportedly began monitoring the situation, and some local authorities were allegedly tipped off to ensure JR's safety. The public demand for action created intense pressure, making it clear that this story had escalated beyond viral outrage into real-world consequences. Insiders also shared alleged texts and messages from family members expressing heartbreak over Chrisean's repeated neglect. Some hinted at legal consultations regarding JR's well-being, suggesting that, but the biggest shock is still waiting. Some insiders hint that there may be a future birthday or milestone event planned by family or authorities that could completely bypass Chrisean, ensuring Junior finally experiences the love, attention, and celebration he deserves. Fans are eagerly waiting, torn between hope and anxiety, knowing that this next chapter could redefine everything about JR's life and Chrisean's public image. The story ends for no one, a knife edge. Social media is watching, authorities may be reviewing, and baby JR's future happiness hangs in the balance. The final twist is clear. This is far from over, and when the next chapter unfolds, the fallout could shake the celebrity world and force Chrisean Rock to face the full consequences of repeated neglect. The question echoing across the internet is chilling. Will baby Junior finally get justice and love? Or is another heartbreaking chapter about to unfold? Only time and the next shocking update will tell. Now that you've seen the shocking details unfold, we need to hear from you. This story is more than just a viral scandal, it's about a child's well-being, repeated heartbreak, and the consequences of neglect in the public eye. What do you think? Should authorities step in immediately, or is there a chance Chrisean Rock can turn things around before it's too late? Comment below and make your voice heard. If you were shocked by what happened to baby Junior, hit that like button to show support for accountability. Sharing this video can help spread awareness about JR's situation and ensure that the public, and potentially the right authorities, are paying attention. Fans and concerned viewers around the world are demanding action, and your engagement matters in keeping this story in the spotlight. Subscribe to our channel now and turn on notifications, because this story is far from over. Insiders are hinting at even bigger revelations and potential interventions in the coming weeks. By staying tuned, you'll be among the first to see every explosive update. leaked insider report, and shocking turn of events as they happen. And here's something to think about. This isn't just about Baby Junior or Chrisean. Rocket's about holding public figures accountable for the children in their care. It's about making sure that no child suffers in silence while the adults around them are distracted or self-serving. What would you do if you were in JR's shoes? Could another birthday slip by without attention? Or is it finally time for justice and care? We want to hear your thoughts, theories, and opinions in the comments. Could this situation escalate further? Will authorities act in time? Are fans and family going to intervene? Your comments could even help spark awareness that ensures Baby Junior finally gets the celebration and care he deserves. And finally, stay tuned for the next update. It promises more shocking insider revelations, emotional twists, and dramatic developments. Baby JR's story isn't over, and the next chapter could change everything for Chrisean Rock, her family, and the millions of fans watching worldwide. Don't miss it.